Hi guys, okay, so I'm creating another video. This time I want to review another product that I was able to get surprisingly locally, but you can actually find it on Amazon. It's called the iPazzport mini wireless keyboard, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit about it. I hope that you can actually hear me. It's actually raining today, so the sound may be affected. It's not going to be professional perhaps, but I hope, again, I'll try to speak a little loud so that you can hear what I'm going to say. Alright, so stay tuned just to have a look at the product. This is what the product looks like. It's the iPazz with two Z's port mini keyboard, and it is very, it's used a lot of the times to wirelessly connect to your PC or your Android device, or perhaps your TV box, XBMC, Kodi. You could browse the internet with it and all sorts of things. So I will unbox it and then I will explain a little bit more about it. So please stay tuned. Okay, and we're back. I hope that this angle will be good enough for you guys to be able to see the product, because I have a tripod, and I'm hoping to unbox it now. So I actually got this item locally, and I paid $250, which is a lot of money. When you calculate that in terms of US, I paid nearly about 30 US or 35 US or so for it. And so this item normally sells, you can actually find this item on Amazon, and it's actually pretty cheap. It's $16.99, so 17 US. So I paid about twice the amount, but considering that I got it instantly and I didn't have to ship it down, etc., I thought it was still useful, and I really needed a keyboard and a mouse pad that I could use on my MXQ Pro TV box. So I decided I'd try this out, and so the packaging is pretty nice. From the front you can see that this is a full QWERTY keyboard with numbers, with F1 to F10 keys, the function keys, and has a few pretty neat features. It comes with a rewind button, a fast forward button, if you could see that there. It comes with volume down and volume up, so that's separate from the keyboard that you get here. And it also has mouse, this is not really mouse, but this is to move up and down when you, like, for example, if you're an Android, you'll be able to move it up and down. And what I like is also the search button, the home button. I don't exactly know what the E button was for. There was email, no sound, so you could mute. And these two buttons on the left and right were very interesting. These left and right buttons are the left mouse click and right mouse click, which is pretty cool when you think about it. They thought about everything. Personally, I think with this wireless keyboard. Something I wanted to show you guys as well too. There's also the left mouse click and right mouse click on two sides, so you also have it from here, you also have it here. I don't think anyone did a detail on this product, and so that's why I thought I'd go into full detail about this product. So I hope that you will look at this entire video while I explain all the different things that is going on in this really nice keyboard. Personally, as I said, I love it, and I'll explain to you guys further why I love it. So that's pretty much it in terms of the functionality. There is page down and page up on the left and right, and the enter button. And if you can notice very closely, there's the function key, which controls here. You see the blue print screen. I'm not exactly sure the F8 is. The home, there's a home here and end here, and also, interestingly enough, control or delete, which was really cool. So this is really going to be compatible with your Windows device as well, especially if, for example, maybe during a presentation you might want to be able to control a presentation. This will be nice even for Windows as well. So it's not just for Android, though I would use it for Android in most cases. So let's open it up. I did already open it up. So for example, on the side you will actually see that this is not how it came. It came a lot more neater. It was tied with a twist, with the twisters. But I took it out, and that's actually one of the things I want to explain as well too. But before I explain that, I want to just tell you the actual model of this of this mini keyboard. There are different models out there, but the model that I bought, and I didn't actually know that I bought this model, it's only after when I bought it I realized this is the KP81021S white. And I actually like the idea of a white keyboard because the black looked too what's the word? It looked too plain, and then I would not be able to explain to look for the white keyboard if my wife is at home looking for it. So I decided I'd go from the norm, which is normally going for complete black, and buy this white one. So let me open it up. So that's the so that was the first thing. So the model number is the first thing. The requirements, they say that the requirements, all the requirements and whatnot are actually written at the back of the box. It does come with its own battery, and the battery actually is a 300 mAh battery, which is pretty good when you think about it. It's wireless, of course, and I'll explain the wireless when we get to that point. It's compatible, as I say, with Android, Google, and smart TVs, Mac OS as well, and Windows as well. That's what's written on the box here. So coming back to this, so I saw actually someone doing a little review, and they didn't know why the USB cable was like this, why it was split. So essentially, this is the part that you plug into your adapter, right? The normal side, and it actually comes with a splitter here, so you can actually extend it. You can actually extend out to another device, for example your phone, and also be able to charge the wireless keyboard at the same time. So that was the point of these two split like this. So you will actually be using the mini or the micro, if you want to call it, USB port to charge the actual keyboard. And I'll open this up. And so this is this actually comes with a little bit of instructions. I already read the instructions, so I will be able to explain how to set up this keyboard. It was very, very simple to set up this keyboard, and I was surprised because even on Amazon there were some really negative reviews of this keyboard, and I was actually shocked because this keyboard is really amazing. And when I say amazing, I will explain why. So we understand like the cable, we move on to the actual keyboard itself. Now the keyboard itself, the first thing I was actually curious about was how this thing would actually connect to the computer or the laptop. So as you could see, there was no dongle in the box, so I was a little bit confused at first. But really, simply when I turned around, the instructions were there. Receiver inside. So all you need to do is open the back of this keyboard, and here you'll see there's a lot of space. There's the battery, and there's the receiver here. So the receiver is just basically a USB receiver. I actually used this side, the micro USB port, to pull it out. It was a bit hard to come out, but other than that, I have no complaints with this thing. This thing was really awesome. So this connects to your box or your Android box or whatever you wanna use it on. If you want to use it on your computer, you do the same thing, just like how you would hook up a wireless mouse or keyboard. This works the same way. And so you connect this to you connect the USB dongle to the device that you want to control, and it already came recharged already, so it already had battery. So all I had to do was power it on. So now, if you can notice, if you can see here at the top of the actual keyboard, there's an on and off switch. You have to, of course, make sure that it's on, and this is your charging port here on the top. So it's really simple. And when you put it on, if you notice, you'll see that there are there's some indicators here. So when we put it on, those indicators light up very quickly. And one of the indicators you'll see looks like a wireless indicator. You may not be able to see this on the camera. I'm hoping that you will be able to see it. So the wireless indicator. Now what they say is, in order to set this thing up, what you need to do is you need to press function and F1, and you'll notice that F1 has this wireless icon there. So function and F1, and as you press function and F1, what will happen is you will see this wireless light will begin to blink, and as long as it's blinking, then you take the USB dongle and plug it into your device. And once you do that, the wireless light will blink a little bit faster, telling you that it has detected the USB dongle and is going to configure itself. And within about 2 seconds, it does that and it disappears. So the white light, the wireless light disappears and you are ready to go. Now after that, once you press a button, you'll notice that the wireless signal is being sent. And that's basically just pressing any button. That means that the wireless signal is being sent from here to the USB dongle, which is connected to your device. It was that simple. Now, one of the more awesome things that I wanted to talk about was the actual keyboard itself in terms of the feel. There are some keyboards out there where some wireless keyboards that come with the keyboard here and the mouse pad to the right hand side. For right hand users, which are about 90% of the people, this is fine. But for a left hand user like myself, it becomes a little bit difficult to control that touchpad with my right hand. Now, what was awesome about this keyboard was it was pretty much equal to both left and right. So as you can see, the keyboard itself and the mouse pad is to the top, so it's very easy for me with my left hand to manage the keyboard. The scroll button actually scrolls really well as well too. Some people on Amazon said that it was unusable. I don't believe so. In fact, I actually like the fact that it was smooth. As you notice, if I touch there, you'll actually see the wireless light coming on. So it was sending the signal. I'll switch off that for the time being. So it was as good as using a normal laptop mouse pad. It was as responsive as a normal laptop mouse pad. The only thing I would say is if you get one of these and it doesn't work, it has to be a defective unit, because this actually works really, really well. In fact, it worked so well that I was unable to determine that this was actually controlled wirelessly. In other words, there were no jerks on the Android box that I was using it for. As long as I moved this, it responded within that same period of time. In real time, it worked. So the mouse worked really, really well. One of the other things that I liked about it was the keyboard. Buttons themselves. The keyboard buttons are really rubbery. They feel as though I am reminded of those old-time calculators where the buttons were actually made out of rubber. Now, the only thing that I really didn't like too much was the actual sound, or perhaps not necessarily the feel, but just the fact that it feels like a button. It's not going to feel like an actual real-life keyboard. That soft effect of the actual keyboard, but it works. Other than that, this thing works like a charm. So I would suggest that if you're looking for something to control your Android devices, that this be your option for the time being. It's really cheap, as I said, $16.99. A lot of us could afford that, and as long as you get a good unit, a good working unit, I believe will be happy with this keyboard. So I hope that you enjoyed this review, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, like or dislike this review if you didn't like this review, or if you liked it, please subscribe. Please share this channel with others. It is only because of you guys that this is worth doing. So I hope that you enjoyed yourself looking at this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care and thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.